We are at Highland Meadows Country Club in Sylvania, Ohio, as we have the Double Eagle Golf Podcast and also www.doubleeaglegolf.club. Com is taken for Double Eagle Golf, Mr. Nick. And with that, the LPGA, they left about a month ago. But once again, the memories continue as it was another great year, this time for the Dana Open.
Yes, with the new sponsor, it was a different year. Marathon switched their title sponsor back and presented this year. But it was a good experience. It was a nice event.
Taking a look at Highland Meadows, tremendous golf club. It's always nice to play the golf course. Played a little bit earlier today, and the course is really in superb shape, and that's a big testament to the superintendent and everybody, the members and everyone.
Yeah, he's done a good job getting the golf course back after the tournament. Weather helps this time of year when it cools off a little bit and grass grows better, but it's in good shape, and it's always in really good shape, but it's especially good right now.
Kind of aerating question. You happen to do that right after Labor Day? You doing it now? When do you do that, and why?
We're going about 2 weeks from now, so the first third Monday in October we do it. We just do tine and sand fill, and then basically we'll pull cores every couple years, but it helps compaction over the summer months.
And of course, it helps you to get your members on a little bit more. You know, that's one thing people don't understand is that when you host a professional golf tournament, it's not that week, maybe the week before. There's a lot more that goes into it. Your staff starts preparing how far before the tournament comes here?
Well, for the golf course, it changes. You just start changing the mowing patterns the week of. Prepping, it's a month out. Basically, the tournament shows up and they start getting ready for the grandstands, all the stuff that goes on. The golf course doesn't change a lot because it's day to day. It's the same condition for the most part. So overall, it's about a month out and then another month afterwards.
So it's a couple of month commitment for you and the staff. Taking a look now, this year the tournament was about a month later than usual. Usually you're a July stop on the tour. I think, is Dana going to exercise and go back to mid-July, you think?
They're out with a contract proposal right now, so we haven't heard yet. We should know in about a month what's going to happen. They're looking at a July date again and looking the same time frame, so I'm not certain what's going to happen for the future.
Now, what is in a town like Sylvania? You're obviously your sister cities to Toledo, not too far from here. It must be a real big deal for the entire community to have professionals, the very best in golf, show up.
I mean, it's a great thing for the community. It's been here for 30 years almost. It's good for Sylvania and Toledo. It brings a lot of people into the community and brings them the visual from the television contracts as well.
And one final question on that tournament before we turn to Highland Meadows. What is one thing that the public doesn't understand about how good these women are? I got something in my head. What is yours? Where it's like, you got to see these women because?
They're just solid all around. They're getting longer and longer as I've been here 20 years now. From when we started to where they are now, they're moving the golf ball nowadays. They're hitting it out there as far as your top amateurs at times. So again, they hit it well, they putt and chip well, they don't miss a lot of greens, and they hit a lot of fairways. So to get 17, 18, 19 under par, you got to do that.
Yeah, you got to shoot 64, 66 almost every day when you're on this tour, and at least 2 or 3 of the days, because their shot making is incredible. I mean, it's just next to the pin. It's like they're pitching darts. Only people do that at the bar with darts. These ladies are doing it with a golf ball, one of the toughest sports on earth.
Yeah, it is. They're really good. So again, I give them credit. They work hard at it, and they're very talented.
Now, your membership, let's turn it over to Highland Meadows for a few questions. Membership has to be ready and willing to give up the golf course for at least a week, maybe 2 weeks before the tournament, because you're building up everything, all the infrastructure. This year they had lights because that came into play. Your membership, is it really pretty much they're solid? They just want to do this every year and they just feel like it showcases a country club?
Yeah, we have a core group that really likes it. There's some that are don't enjoy it, but again, it's a disruption. It's a big commitment for a club. You know, obviously you're giving up the golf course really for about a month, front and back. When you look at it, you're gone the week, and then before this disruption and after this disruption as well.
Yeah. Now, the prestige of hosting a tournament, whether it's PGA, LPGA, or the Champions or what have you, is always a big deal. And I imagine that's a real caveat when people are stirring their drink to say, hey, you know what, we put on another great tournament with some of the best players going.
I agree. It's a great showcase. You get to show off your club. People get calls from outside of the area, and you know you're a member there. Yeah, it's Highland Meadows. It's not just a normal private country club or golf club. So it's an important asset to the club and the growth, and gets television coverage most of the year. So it's been very good.
Great chance to brag on some of the members at the club. You've been here 20-some years. What I've noticed is with PGA pros, Nick, is either they bounce from club to club, which is the minority, or they're at a club for 20-plus years. That's a real testament. What do you like most about working with the members here?
We have a great group of members, and again, it's a great club to work for. The support of them and all that stuff involved, and again, it's just a nice group of membership here.
Coming out of COVID 2.5 years ago, golf, I guess, kind of flatlined with me. I don't know about memberships, but with play. But since then, it seems like getting a tee time is much tougher. Do you see that as well here?
Well, down in Ohio, we were busy all through COVID. We were playing all the time. Membership was actually full, and we had more rounds than ever during COVID. And then after that, membership stayed full. And I think there's been a big growth in the game in the last year and a half. And I think it's going to continue for a few years to follow. So people are enjoying it, getting out to play golf and enjoying the clubs.
Just a couple final questions. As far as getting some of the kids out playing, what is your junior program like at the right here at Highland?
We've always had a good group of juniors. We've had a lot of kids go on to play college golf through the club. We have 50 to 75 kids on an annual basis that go through the junior program. And then we do the PGA junior leagues, and we do the Friday clinics and different clinics throughout the season. So it's been a good group. It's a good place to play. The club's been very supportive of the junior program, which really helps. Again, they can get out and play and not get yelled at. And so.
Now, as far as obviously the members' children are playing in this program, are you able to pull from the community at all? Is that something you strive for, or no?
We allow some members-sponsored players to come into it, but outside the community, no, since it's a private facility. It's just member or people based from the club.
And one final question. What's 2023? What's one thing you're really looking forward to itch and get going on for next year already?
I just think we start the budgeting process. We're looking forward to what we're going to do next year, all the cool stuff we're going to come up with, and looking forward to the next year.
This is for every girl who's ever been laughed at or told she doesn't belong.
This is for every girl who's been told she's too loud, too quiet, too this or too that.
This is for every girl who thinks her body isn't good enough.
This is for every girl who feels she doesn't fit in.
This is for every girl who's been told that success and kindness are two different things.
This is for every girl who's been told to give up.
This is us crushing it for you, so you can crush it for the next girl.
Here at Highland Meadows, the seventh hole here at Highland is a good par 4, around 400 yards, plays from 345 to 415. Your tee shot has to favor the left center of the fairway, but there is a big bunker on the front in the left that protects that side of the golf course. Left side of the fairway is important because you get blocked out of that right side with a big sycamore coming in the green to a green that drops down and is kind of a bowl shape. It will run away on the backside, and it's uphill on the front side, with well protected by bunkers.
What about the green itself? There's a great big drop off at the end of the fairway coming on down. Does that play? Do you club up or club down?
You can club down a little bit on this hole. Basically, it's about, you're going to be anywhere from 175 to 125 at the top elevation, and you're going to probably take a 5% less on that shot down the hill.
Well, that sounds like a whole lot. I want to thank very much for you coming out onto the broadcast today. Thanks for tuning in. It's on Double Eagle Golf, the podcast, and also on doubleeaglegolf.club. Can you believe that? .club, but that's where we're at.